Alright, so we're live here today with the ROX mods. Got an interesting field leading us off. For pacing is going to be R15, a newcomer. Can we not rev, guys? So we have him in the 57. Jason's in the 20. 12 is going to be driven by a medial once again. They get to have a car, racer. DB Racer in the 15. Twin Turbo V6, of course, in the iconic steering 32. Lotus. Aristonetta rocking the Advent 45. Shive in the 7. Speedator 1 and 23 has done something weird. Gear Methods 2 to 45A stars. Cheese Wedge, as we call it, very lovely themselves. Michael Funk will be in the back of the field, otherwise known as Mitch the Midget. And the 12 machine. Yellow flag is out on the track now. Go in the car if he goes. If someone doesn't move, you can pass them. That just means they're okay. Order doesn't matter a whole lot, just stay behind the leader. You'll be right behind the desires. So, Mitch has left, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we had another 2. So 9 currently. Now, one of the unique features about this track, and a unique feature to this schedule, this is the last track on the schedule with a tunnel on it as of now. Of course, Halifax being replaced back in 2022, another track later on. We will be going green once we reach the hairpin, by the way, so we can build up speed. So just watch your pace. Lights are black on the cars. Go to R15, so R15 here. R15 is going to be 15, so now the green flag is out. Timer will start as soon as one of you guys crosses the start-finish line. And that's going to be a 5-minute timer. We've got a 30-lap race now. It's coming to the start-finish line is going to be R15 crossing it now. So 3 wide there in the front between, looks like Jason, Eris, and Garam. So Eris used to be in a yellow car and also a stripe one. So that would have been the not-so-mellow yellow group. She switched back to the black and red ski. Yeah, on top of it, through a ton of elements. Mind you, this is one of the biggest bangers of the last season, as it looks like Garam is currently lag spiking, but keep on going. He's going to crash. If he does hit the barrier, that's going to cost him some time, but we will reset the board just so every lap that is valid is valid. Yeah, pack lead as of now is R15, a little shy, but Arizona just behind. Easily could switch positions and check. There is no new players in the game. Just watching Mitch. Arizona now battling it out with Shy through turn number 2. Tunnel now, fastest time so far. Twin Turbo V6 to 50.805. Twin's been very quick. Here's Aristonetta with a purple sector 1. Now through the sweeping S's of some of the highest, fastest turns in SLC. They caused a very bad crash in 2022 when Performance Engineer went through there into the barriers. Of course, a big memory. Now through the second set of S's. Speedator 1, I think, was around going into the hairpin and spin his struggle turn. Twin Turbo V sits with a purple sector 2. How about Aristonetta? Second on the board. And this is not going to be a valid lap for her. We check the board. Germ FX2 goes top the board with a 50.062. We've seen better times in the practice sessions, and these are bound to change. Meanwhile, pack lead up for challenge between R15, Shive, and Eris. Now through the high-speed S's, they've had extended barriers compared to the last years. Now into the hairpin. Eris is going to go wide again. This lap not counting for her, but how about for Shive? Shive looking good so far. He's got a green sector 1, green sector 2. Now through the last set of S's into the final turn they go. R15 leading us off still this time by as we're already halfway through our qualifying session side by side for pack lead. Shive is going to put himself into the top 3. 51.264. That's faster than we've seen him do in practice. If anyone has issues, let me know in the chat. We'll fit your car. So Shive now challenging for pack lead. If we look at his first sector, it's going to be a little bit off here. Only one car yet to set a lap at his current pack leader, battling for it. R15 is on one out, I believe. Was on, but R15 is when he goes by. He's only had a couple of races here. I think his debut was at Francia Corda back in the Italian Grand Prix 2 races ago. Stood out for the Goteborg Oval races, so he's sticking to the road courses so far. Side by side for the pack lead. R15 is going to put himself into the top 5 as far as qualifying goes. Shive not in the midst. Twin Turbo V6 has improved, but it's not quite enough. Got about a minute and a half. Might have just about enough for another lap or two. Arisnetta now is going to close in on R15 for pack lead. Passes them per second as far as virtual positions go. Now, mind you folks, this is still qualifying. It's based on your overall position. As here's Shive, his way into the parapet. Arizona is right behind, closing in. Arizona and Shive not with a valid lap, although Twin Turbo V6 looking pretty quick. We'll be watching him on the timing, as it looks like we will have enough time here for just another lap, so this is going to be it. We have the white flag in the air. So, white flag in the air. Sorry, that's not supposed to be a checker. It's a white flag, so just cross the line. We have one to go. Once you do that, it would be appreciated if we could do a cool-down lap, just clear the board out. Have things flow over, so just stop on turn 1. Take as many times as we need for this event. Side by side for pack lead between Arizona and Shive as they make their way past the S's. Now into the hairpin, side by side. Air's down the inside. Shive's gonna back off. Twin Turbo V6 just behind. Here's Twin with a purple sector 2. Guillermo has been to the back shot of everything so far. He's been kind of behind though. He's got a hard pole sitter to go against. Now Shive is not gonna be for anything. He's gonna pull into the pit lane. Arizona checking for her. Do not pass the cars ahead of you. The cars ahead of you, speed up to 1, are going to be on their final lap. Everyone else crosses. Now Twin Turbo V6 is just going to take pole position away. Guillermo drives everything he's got. Purple sector 3, but it's not going to work. You guys can do a cooldown here. Just don't pass the lap cars when you guys cross the line. That is going to be it. That was supposed to be a checkered flag. I apologize. So once you guys cross the line, that'll be it. Looks like everything's going to be as it is. Although top 5 positions all within 2 seconds of each other. That's a very close qualifying. Speedy is going to be out of it, so we're just going to stand here and watch the positions go through. We'll be lining up at the end of the pit lane, by the way, folks. We're going to be lining up single file. That's how we pace on these road courses. That's going to be the end of qualifying for Racer. Just do a cool down. If you guys can make your way into the pits. So that is going to be it for everyone. So if we can line up at the end of the pit lane, positions are going to be Twin Turbo V6, Guillermo F at 2nd place, Air's the 3rd place. We're going to move Mitch out of the way. He did not show up for qualifying. He backed off before he started. We're not going to score DNS points. Just showed up for a second. So again, I'll line up Shive for him. So R15. If you guys can make sure you're not going through each other, please. Please make sure you give each other a fair amount of space. And learn how to use your brakes. Okay. If the closer you are to each other, the more lag you're going to get, so it helps a lot on the start. Again, positions are Twin Turbo V6, Guillermo FS2, Arizona Shive, R15, Emilio's lined up fine. Behind him, we're going to need Jason, so the 20, Speedits R1, kills me. The 20 Toyota machine is going to be right there. That's the Toyota Camry modified. Very rare sight to see. Behind that's going to be Racer, and then behind that in 9th place is going to be Speedits R1. We're going to be doing a 30-lap feature. Cut limit for today is going to be, we're going to be doing a 30-lap 30 cuts for the first penalty, 60 cuts for penalty 2. Of course, penalties are going to be a 5-second time penalty that will be added post-race. You get 90 cuts, you are going to be parked. So 30 for penalty 1, that is a 5-second penalty. 60 for penalty 2, which is another 5-second, meaning you'll have a 10-second penalty post-race. So yeah. We have, yes. Alright, if you guys could turn your engines off and stand outside of cars, we'll get to the Swedish anthem in just a moment. That is it for qualifying, so we are going to be removing all the extra cars for lag reasons. I also feel a little bit funky in the chest. Maybe I'm dying, who knows. I drink a lot of caffeine today. That might be the case. So Mitch is parked. I don't know about diabetes. I've been exercising quite a bit lately, so do about 500 jumping jacks a day, which is not a whole lot, but not bad. Yeah, just 500. You should do like 5 sets of 100. It's nothing really. Yeah, no, 5 sets of 100 is literally nothing. Nah. Oh, you're a dickhead. Okay. We're gonna turn off any cars that are left on. I think Omidio's car is on, but I can't blame him. Let's turn it on. Twins car's on. Alright. Just stand by your car patiently. Change all laps -2. You have 2 pace laps. Change all C. Lights are going to be red. And we're going to get the Swedish anthem up. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted again this time. Who the fuck is copyrighting national anthems? That's my question. Well, anyways, guys could just chill here. Be respectful. We're gonna have the national anthem for Sweden play before we start the do the start your engine commands. Let's see if Kelly's joined or not. Looks like it's just gonna be me alone on commentary, but we got 9 cars. That's an excellent field. So that being said, if you guys could stand up and chill. Yeah. Alright, drivers, time to start your engines. Get them. Let's get this one off on a roll. Put the Swedish anthem off of the stream. And turn down the engine sounds a little bit. Balance things out. That should work. Waiting on Eris and Shive to get into their cars. R15 is in theirs. You got, let's not rev them for a little bit here. Alright, everyone's in their cars, so let's run from the back to the front. So in the 23 Toyota machine, Speedy gets R1 is going to round the back of the field from 9th place. 8th place is going to be the 15 being driven by Racer 2012 YT. Jason Dady is going to take out the 20 Toyota Camry machine, a DeWalt. In the 12 machine, that is going to be operated by Omedial. Again, I think it's his 3rd race. In the Pepsi 57, we're going to be seeing R15 on, I believe, his 1st or 2nd race. Shive 21 taking up the 7 GGS Cadillac machine. Eris Netta in the 3rd place. Here's our podium, 45 Advent machine. That's going to be her. In the 45A, 2nd place. In the Cheese Wedge machine, it's going to be Giram FX2. And your pole sitter for today's race, Twin Triple V sits from up in Canada, racing up in Sweden today. That will be your pole sitter, Twin Triple V sits in the green Asterion Lotus 32 machine. It's a mean green machine. Now we are waiting for Eris now to get into her car, but once she is, we will start pacing. Now the pace speed is going to be a little bit slower for this one. We have to, once we reach the last sector, we'll be slowing down to 60 on lap 2 in preparation. We will be going once we're on the front stretch and everyone's on the front stretch. And of course, do not pass until you cross the start-finish line, unless I say you can. That could be from a driver that's hesitant or braking or something like that, or just stalling. So don't be that guy. If a caution is called, there's not going to, on the start, then we're just going to re-rack the field up back to what we were. And we'll just try again another lap. And we'll keep on doing this as many laps as we can. If we can't get going by lap 5, we'll call a red. Figure out who's causing issues and remove them. Unless it's all of you guys, then we'll just do a standing start. But that does not mean to intentionally do bad. If you are intentionally causing issues, you'll just be parked. So that's for you, Shive, and those that want to rolling start, or want a grid start. That being said, we're going to be going yellow now, so yellow flag out on the track. Go in the car out if it goes, and maintain your position. There'll be a little bit of lag, it doesn't hurt to be spread out while we're pacing, okay? So again, from the back to the front, Speedy gets R1 in the 23. The 15 it can be operated by Racer 2012. Jason Day in the 20 machine. Ahead of that in the 12 is going to be Omedial for his 2nd or 3rd ROX mod feature. 2nd road course, that's for sure. The Pepsi machine operated by R15. Shive is going to be in the Will Cadillac in 4th place. 3rd place, of course, Eris Netta. 2nd place is going to be the 45A Cheese Wedge driven by Giram FX2 Twin Turbo V6. So again, if there is any timing errors, we'll fix that. Of course, we are going to reset the timing board, so we know that things are going to be different. And again, if there is a caution lap, we're not going to be resetting. We're not going to be resetting cuts anytime after lap 0. So once you cross the start-finish line, I won't be fixing any cuts. So just be aware of that. So just stay behind the cars ahead of you. You guys are pacing pretty good. I like that. A lot better than it was with the short track race. I understand why that was very rough. We're now going to put the stream up onto race announcements. There's my, I'm going to put that away. And on a race announcement, so we're going to have one more lap to go. Is there any cuts, or is there any laps need to be reset? Yes, there's Shive, so we're going to change all L-2. Now, we need Omedial to move up a little bit here. As Giram is having a lag spike, but don't worry. He'll fix himself. Oh yeah. My bad. I probably would have remembered anyways, but in the moment, I saw people doing some stuff in the back. Now, another infamous moment of this race, speaking of shy, was the theft of a 77B. Led to a big penalty, but also one of the biggest comeback stories, I think, in SLC history. So, in a way, it did help him out a lot. Got a couple wins after that. We haven't seen him up in the front in a little bit of a while, but he's still definitely a contender for it if things go right today. So we're going to hold 60 miles an hour once we pass the hairpin, whatever speed we're going now. Might want you guys to be a bit more spread, because if we're too close, then we'll be going through each other. Gear MFX2 having a big lag spike. Hopefully he fixes himself. We're good. Alright. Let's not go too far, not too close. Get into the Goldilocks zone. We're doing pretty good, although we need Racer up there. Hold pace, hold pace, hold pace, hold pace, hold pace. Watch the lights. Green flag. Do not pass the car until you cross the start-finish line. Clean start. Speedy fine with passing. That's okay. That was a lag spike, so you're fine. Green flag on the cars. My bad. Here we go, off into the tunnel for the first time by. We're going to be quiet for the commentary. And out of the final turn they go. Again, this is a 30 cut limit race. They make their way into turn number 1. Gear MFX2 at the lead, but just barely. Twin Triple V sits right on the rear end. A crossover move for the lead. Now Shive is taking up the third place spot from Arizona on that first lap. Arizona just lost a couple spots. Now R15 has made the move, but meanwhile up at the front, Twin Triple V sits. Gear MFX2 side by side for the point. Now through the S as they go. Move the board a little bit so it's more even. Another crossover move, and Gear MFX2 with the has carried more speed. He goes ahead. Arizona is still battling off R15. Everything she's got in this short 30 lap feature, excuse me. Now to turn number 1, Arizona's going to weave, cost her some time, but in the front, Twin Triple V sits on the hunt for the lead. Gear MFX2, the Australian from down under, trying everything he can. And it looks to be kind of working at the time now through the tunnel. As those ROX mods scream under the reverby tunnel. A lot of echo. It's great to hear it. As they make their way through the tunnel into the hairpin. Gear MFX2 with a big lag spike. Is he going to recover? Yes, he is. Still stays ahead in the lead. Everything looks so good so far. Air's just falling back, however, to the top 5. Of course, anything could change in this long feature. As Speedy at turn 1, I think it's still staying in 9th. Racer at 8, Jason. The field has maintained itself for now. But Twin still looking at the rear bumper of the... Alright, so we've had a disconnection from myself. I don't know if anyone else has, but... Okay, the internet is back from my end. I think the stream is still going on. I do apologize. We're going to rejoin. Hopefully everything's good. It's a road course, so you guys, could technically keep on going without me. Come on. Alright, I am back. So, I'm going to reset the system real quickly so I can see the laps. I'm not sure. I rejoined and the internet became so much worse. Man, that sucks. But it looks like the battle for the lead continues to rage on despite the fact. We're going to make sure the stream was going. It looks like it was. We missed a couple laps, but not the end of the world. As our cars make their way through into turn number 1. Guillaume just behind Twin. I'm sorry that there's a lot more lag on the stream. It's just my internet. It was so good. As Guillaume might be disconnecting. No, he's not. He's still there. So, the board resets itself as speed at server 1 is shown us 6th place. I don't think that's quite right. But I don't know what happened in that period. Okay, so he's starting to get passed by a lot of cars. As a side-by-side battle seemingly stirring up between Twin Turbo V6 and Guillermo FX2 once again still just does not end. But Twin gained the point by the straightaway, but Guillermo with a good run. It is the 2023 versus the 2022 car. Again, battle of the ages. Twin's been running the old chassis the entire season. It'll probably have to be retrofit for the next chassis as Guillermo makes a good run. Has passed Twin through the tunnel. It's all going to matter on these sets of shifts. As they've developed their own league ahead of the rest of the field. Shibe is in 3rd with a 9-second gap. Although Twin has set the fastest time, but Guillermo might be able to change things around if his internet doesn't go. I believe that's his internet because my internet looks okay. Yes. Guillermo FX2 gets ahead of Twin. It might have been a fluke with lag. There's a visible gap about a car length or two. Looks like a bit of a weird exit there for the 45A of Guillermo FX2. Some more lag on my end. That's not good. Looks like a battle of media, barrier hard. He's going to lose that opportunity. Gets overtaken by Racer. He's going to fall back to 8th place. The leaders closing in on the 20 machine. This might be a bit of a rough race. Of course, any disconnection, he'll be back up to the lead lap. Things could turn around for him if that's the case. Still ahead of his teammate, Speed at R1. As the lead battle continues to rage on. It's a bit of a tail chase at this current time. Of course, Jason and Guillermo Twin putting up a pretty good show for most things considered. We're already almost a third of the way through the race, and these two have been impossible to get away from each other. Meanwhile, Eris and R15 with a battle of their own sakes. Oh, but R15 is going to lose that space. Eris Netta pushing by. Eris Netta will stay in the 4th place position, and R15 has been moved out of the way. Now he locked up under braking into turn number 3, so that's unfortunately hurt his efforts. But Eris is going to scrub the wall ever so slightly. It might cost her some time. Not enough to make a big difference though, so I think that's where that battle settles itself. So back up front. As you can see, Guillermo FX2 starting to extend his gap, starting to close in on lap cars, turn by turn. So here it is, Racer 2012. Again, I think it's his 1st or 2nd race, maybe 3rd. Pretty new to the series, has been overtaken, and overlapped. There's O'Medial, and I think another one too. There's Speed at R1, about to fall 2 laps down. Again, if there is a caution, they'll get 1 lap back, and there's another one, get another lap back. So, not the end of the world. As we've already gone through the first 10 laps, Speed at R1 going to go around hard into the barriers. As O'Medial gets overtaken as well. Lap cars now overlapping Speed at R1 little by little, lap by lap. Of course, he'll have his opportunity. As it looks like Guillermo has been starting to walk away from Twin Turbo V6 little by little. The Australian's starting to really lock in over the Canadian. Unspoken driver of the race is Shibe with a third place so far. He's held off pretty darn good. Started from the 4th place spot. He's running in a podium. Might be seeing a GGS 1 and 3 today. Maybe even a 1 and 2 if something changes with Twin. The battle for the 4th place position starting to close up again. Eris Netta goes wide. A crossover move for the 4th place spot. Now through the tunnel. Guillermo FX2 is going slow. Twin Turbo V6 takes the lead. So Guillermo has made a mistake off screen. He has lost a position. He's 5 seconds, almost 6 seconds behind, and he's lost all that time. So we're going to go back to the battle between Ayers and Guillermo. That's a big mistake, and it looks like Twin's going to have some leeway for a big chunk of this race. That's a big gap to make, a big driver to go up against. It might be possible, but it's going to be tough. Ayers gets loose. That allows R15 to slide by, but the two still right on each other's bumpers. Although R15 is going to carry more speed than Ayers. Ayers looking down the inside into turn number 1, crossing back over to the outside. Now to turn number 3, Ayers gets ahead of R15. These two are the furthest cars in the back that have yet to have been a lap down. They are about 10 seconds ahead of Twin. Now, if you look at the last lap, Guillermo FX2 has made up a bunch of space from Twin. Of course, he's currently on the track alone. You can see him just in the background. We're going to keep on watching this battle up there for the 4th place position. There's none of the big target on her head, the 2023 ROX Mod champion. Being targeted by R15, she's going to go loose. But the 57 pushes by once again. So they're only about, I think, like 15 seconds from being put a lap down. Again, there's a caution. That'll change things. So it could really be anyone's guess if that does come around. We have someone saying something in the chat, irrelevant. Alright. Try not to pass through the grass. I think that was accidental, so I'm going to let it slide. I know you two are going to probably pass each other again here. There's that R15. Side by side into the S's. On the final turn now. A gap for the lead, not really changing a whole lot. It could change, of course, as laps run down. There's Speedy at turn 1 about to be put 2 laps down by the battle for 4th. Both opting to take the right side. The Pepsi goes off into the barriers, I think, almost. And that's going to put him out of commission for a good little bit. They're just going to put the straightaway lead of about 3 seconds, maybe. So Ayers, if she could hold herself together, she'll be one up for a pretty good run for the top 4. Meanwhile, Guillermo FX2 locking in. He's got to push as hard as he can. These laps are winding down. We've gone through the cross flag point just now. We are halfway done with the race, so that being said, it's time to push. I think Ayers is still not completely out of the way of R15, although R15 has about a 6-second gap, so actually the gap for the lead is the closest one we got so far. There's Shibe, pretty much on its own. It's got a top 3 here just locked in. Again, as we know, these road course races, they can kind of wind down. It's going to be a very technical race just all the way to the end. But you just wait there, because the end of this race, if Guillermo keeps on closing in, might get really heated, might get really exciting. There's Speedy at R1 into the barriers hard. Is he stuck? No, he gets back going. So Speedy at R1 is going to get back onto the track. Good for him. Thank you. The maximum amount of cuts you could be down is 4, by the way. So, if you do fall 4 laps down, that will be a DNF. Just a forewarning. If you keep on going, you just won't be scored. You'll be scored as a DNF. You could keep on going, but you won't affect the race if you disconnect. There might be a penalty if you do that, though. So, if you want to just drive, you can. Guillermo's taking that gap down to about 4 seconds between him and Twin Turbo V6. Twin about to pass R15 to put him a lap down, so now only the top 4 will be on the lead lap. Things go this way. It's still side by side. R15 trying to cling on to the lead lap and will fall just short of it. So again, Twin an unstoppable force here. Now, mind you, if all lap down, it's not the end of the world. It just takes the caution to turn things around. Guillermo has lost some of that time that he was trying to get it, but still within 5 seconds. Oh, but he taps the ball. Oh, good save there by Guillermo FX2. Slap the wall off turn number 3. Lost a little bit. Had to save his car from spinning out, but he does keep on going. That might help Twin. So far, Twin has been driving a perfect race. He's not made a mistake. Guillermo, I believe, has made a mistake on the final turn, which is why he went from leading to being behind in second. Means good change around. So next time by, we'll be seeing 10 laps to go. I think that might be Arisnetta. That is Arisnetta. With Twin having a target on her head. I want to remind you, Twin, that you're on your last lap before you end up parked. Or if you could keep on going if you want, I guess. You just will be scored as the last, or be scored as a DNF, so the choice is yours when that comes around. You're still good, though. You're still good. You're still good for a 9th. So you'll keep some points. Hold up to the end. And there is Racer. Might be put 2 laps down in a short little bit. Big pack of cars, actually. Some of them lap down. There's Jason, there's Racer, there's Omadiel. These guys are actually in their own battle of their own. Look at that. I might have to watch this one in a little bit. So there's a lap car battle going up ahead of the leader. Arisnetta, who might be a lap car herself in a little bit, is going to have to race these guys. Omadiel backs off. Jason making the move. And Jason will take up 6th place for the time being. Arisnetta says, I'm going to get by. Please let me by. I need to get out of here because there is a Canadian missile right on my ass. There's Twin on the straight. Air speeding. We're going very fast through turn number 1. There's Twin already making the move on Racer. So Racer's now 2 laps down. Arisnetta ahead of the group, and there's a lap car battle going on. They'll soon be put 2 down. I know they're just driving here hoping for a yellow to happen. There's a speed, you might want to try to pick it up a little. If you get past your go. Okay. There's Twin Turbo V6. Making his way into turn number 3. A side-by-side battle between Jason and Omadiel for position. Omadiel gonna stay ahead, but here's Jason with the run. Our leader, Twin Turbo V6. Through the tunnel. Starting to close in to put Speedy potentially out of the race. And that is it for Speedy, so you have the choice of parking it, or you just keep on driving if you just want to get the track experience, and you'll just take home basically DNF points. So if you want to just keep on driving, like, honestly I feel bad for you, so you can if you want, but it'll just take a couple less points than you would normally. So you can park it or not, it's your choice. So Speedy makes his way around the final turn, spins around, hits the barrier. And is he going to stay out? Looks like he's out for more track. No, he's not. He's going to... Oh. Hits the pit barrier one last time. I'm not sure what he's thinking of doing. He's kind of just driving at this point with no fucks to give. Hits the barriers and gets himself stuck. And we're going to have to call a caution for that. Wait, no, we're going to keep it green, keep it green, keep it green. He got out. Got out immediately. No caution, no caution. So, speed hits are one will be parked for the day. I know a lot of people wanting to caution. I kind of want the field to bunch up, but I have to be fair. Speedy got out basically within a second, so that would be kind of bullshit to call a caution on that for the leader. So, thank you, Speedy, for pulling it in. I appreciate it. Not causing drama. So, as Eris is now falling a lap down, so that leaves our top three. We do have a caution. We got a car disconnection, yellow flag. Race back now happening. Romeo is going to be 1 lap down, as well as Jason and Racer. So Eris can pass. Eris is going to be in 4th. The race back happening now. I'll just wait till the field's bunch up to teleport you back, Romeo. Racer and R15. So Racer R15 just passed the leader. Take 1 lap back. Positions are going to be Twin Turbo V6, Guillermo FX2, Shibe, Eris Netta, R15, Jason, Racer, Emilio. He's going to be 1 lap down, as well as Jason and Racer. So caution here for Twin. Lap car's going to get their lap back. That means you, Jason. We need Shy to merge up to the field. I am now going to oh, Eris hits the wall hard, but it's under caution, so we are good. So I'm going to teleport Omedio. I'm just going to put him on the same laps. I'm going to see how many laps he had before disconnecting. So Omedio is going to be in the back of the field. Let me see how many cuts you had on that caution. $17, so just make your way to the field, you'll get 17 cuts. As for cuts, there is a driver that is close. Speeditzer 1 does have 1, but he's parked, so we have Guillermo FX2. You got 4 cuts till you do get a penalty. So watch your cuts. Again, cuts will be counted under caution. Medial is just going to stay in the back of the field. So, Guillermo, you are 4 cuts till you will receive a penalty, so just try to stay chill here. Emilio has merged to the back of the field, let Eris pass. Let the lap cars pass you. If we can all get merged back in time, we might be able to go green by the end of the lap. It looks like Jason's closing in, so I don't think there's any other lap cars. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jason, you can pass Omedio. Omedio's in the back. We're going to go 60 miles an hour once we pass the hairpin. We need Omedio to the back of the field. Jason ahead. Jason to pass. Jason to pass. Omedio is a caution causer. He is going to be in the back of the field. You just need to pass him and you need to close into the field. So we get this one going. Hold your pace. Lights are black on the cars. Remember not to pass until you cross the start-finish line. Now we're going to have a 3-lap shootout. Hold your pace, hold your pace, hold your pace. Green flag. Eris Netta with just, yeah, you're good, you're good. No jumps to call, clean start. Eris Netta, that was a pretty good save on that. So, good job on you. And Eris already up to fighting for 3rd, but she's going to slap the wall. There's a couple cars back in the lead lap, the top 5. So it's a 5-car battle for the lead. Takes another caution with by lap 28, and we might even see more. Guillermo FX2 making the move for the lead. Here we go into the hairpin. Side by side. This is the chance Guillermo wanted, but Twin's going to fight off. He stays ahead, but Guillermo right on the rear bumper. So we make our way out of the final turn, 2 laps to go. Guillermo side by side for the lead with Twin Turbo V6. He's got a better exit now into turn number 1. Guillermo is ahead. but the lag spike from Giram, but he gets back going. He will stay ahead. Side by side for the lead through the tunnel. Arizona holding off a P3. Shive is behind, but definitely still within fighting range to get that top 3 back if anything does change. Giram side by side, still with Twin Turbo V6. Twin was, I believe, he was a little bit on the short end at Goteborg last race. I think it might have been a Giram win, if I recall correctly. It might have been a Shive win. I don't remember specifically on the oval. We'll check that after the race. Meanwhile, battle in the back stirring up too, but we're going to watch the one in the front for now. Cross the start-finish line, the white flag in the air. No more cautions, and that's one ends the race. As here's Twin Turbo V6 starting to get a little bit ahead of Giram FS2, but he's still right there in attack range. How's our cuts? We look good so far. Giram still on the rear bump. Arizona closing in. Holding off Shive for the top 3. Now through the high-speed S's, Giram FS2, his car's not moving. It teleports back. Twin Turbo V6 made up a bit of a gap himself. He's trying to get ahead, but he goes wide. Here is Giram FS2. Twin Turbo V6 still has about a 2 or 3 car length advantage. We're making our way into the final turn. It might go in his favor. It looks that way. As we make our way across the start-finish line, Twin Turbo V6 will win again at Goteborg Road Course. Ayers gets top 3. R15. Now we're going to watch that battle in the back. And it looks like Jason will make up a spot. Medio loses it. Jason will finish P6. 7th going to go to Medial, and 8th going to go to Racer. Alright, if we could, we're going to get our podium teleported. So again, our positions are, as of now, Twin Turbo V6, Giram FS2, Arizona. Arizona, after being put a lap down, has rebounded, taken the podium in an upset to, I believe, couple drivers. R.I.P. Shipe. We're gonna just teleport our drivers to the podium. So Twin here with the victory today. We're gonna meet you and do a little bit of an in-car interview as you're driving through the track. I'll be teleporting teleport Giram. So Twin Turbo V6 again, another win. I think the last race at Goteborg was a bit of a bad one on the oval, but it looks like things turned around today at the road course. So again, as we said, a lot of makeup for the last race.
Yeah, no, this race was pretty solid, I gotta say. At least the start and finish of it. Giram unfortunately did make mistakes, but luckily someone that wasn't me or him or Ayers disconnected. So fortunately he did get a good chance for the win, but it ended up just being so close at the end. But yeah, that was definitely a very good race. I bet if none of us made mistakes, it would have been like probably the best battle that we've seen in this series. This is first like quarter of the race was just like us neck and neck. So if that continued on, that would have been something else to watch. So I was really hoping for that, and like it was really nice just to be side by side with the car for pretty much a quarter of the race. But it's also nice to get a win as well and extend the lead in the championship, which is really nice. So I'm really, because this is definitely a close championship based on me and Giram just trading wins. Especially since last race I lost a bunch of points. I think Giram probably very tiny lead.
Your mic's cutting out a little bit.
Of course it is. Can you still hear me decently enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say, real briefly, we're going to continue with you, but I just want to say, if you guys want to stick around, we will be interviewing everyone that sticks around. All right, back to you, Twin.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was definitely something to watch. My heart definitely dropped off a cliff when you said yellow flag or whatever the first time, and then you just
I'm sorry.
stops later.
If you saw what happened, you would understand. Like, he did actually get stuck for like a fraction of a second, but then like he immediately got back going. So I was like, it's a little unnecessary.
Get it. But yeah, like I had like an 8 point. I was gonna have that Garum and everything, so it's pretty much going as well as I could. But you can't really go wrong with going wheel to wheel. Well, oh, but
Your mic's going
going
out
by.
again. I am so sorry, man. If you want, okay, if you can't fit your mic, you could also chat. I'll just read it, whichever one you prefer. I will say again, a good show throughout the race. Again, it was really nice to watch the two of you battling it out. It looked like you were the one making fewer mistakes today by far, a lot more consistent. We will talk about that one. I'll also be talking probably to Garam about his Stock I-4 win as soon as we're done with this. But in the meanwhile, alright, so twin, that's one. And it's done pretty darn solid. Again, it just overall more consistent drive. Heart absolutely dropping when you saw the caution. So let me see if we're chatting. I see some ping in. Oh, you rejoined. Sorry. Let me unmute you. Here we are. You got a copy?
Why? What's going on, man? Wait. Why?
Is your mic doing better? I'm going to take this time to briefly tell you guys about the schedule for tomorrow. So 10 a.m. USPST, tomorrow we're going to be doing the mids car feature. That's going to be, I believe, 15 laps. Twin rejoins. So that's going to be a 15 lap feature. Mids car, Miatas. Pretty easy to enter. 12 p.m. USPST. Sunday we'll be doing the Formula Micros at 12. And 2 p.m. for the Super Indies. Anyways, Twin, are you back?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You're very bass boosted, but yes, I can.
I hope this works. Maybe if I shove the mic down my throat, I'll recognize my voice.
Alright. So back to what it was, the last couple laps.
So, yeah, last couple of laps. I hope my voice doesn't cut out again. I switched
it's fine.
internet, so
It's fine.
it better be better. Yeah, so starting off, literally just trying to do the same thing I did on the first bit. It's like you feel so much pressure when someone like Garam's behind you, especially on the last few laps. Especially one, you had an 8-second lead right before that, like several minutes before that. So it's like immediately under pressure. So your entire mood just changes. It just switches, and you kind of have to deal with it. Fortunately, I managed that. I did go wide on I think one of the last corners because I got a bit of understeer. I think I tapped the wall because hitboxes are wider than I expect them to be. On like the tight hairpin, I went like too tight on the hairpin sometimes, and the hitbox ended up clipping all. Even though visually it didn't look like anything was touching it, so it was kind of weird. But I did lose some time that way. But luckily, I managed the last few corners correctly and ended up just beating Garam. But I did realize Garam actually was having a pretty poor final lap, so I think I would have got him regardless. Because he was like half a second slower than me on the last lap. So even if I made like a small wall tap or something, I felt like I still would have won. Just barely. But yeah, I felt like I had it in the bag on the final lap, and I felt a lot more comfortable. But yeah, it's still very hard to deal with just leading from 8 seconds and then just having the entire field right on your back again.
It's a lot of stress.
But
Yeah.
honestly, once you do it enough times, you get used to it, and you just kind of deal with the pressure. And yeah, it's a pretty solid race though. I definitely give it that. But still got to say Sebring's the best. Sebring's still my season favorite for me, out of all the series.
You hear that, Jake?
Still pretty solid.
That's Twins' opinion on Sebring. I don't know if Jake's watching or not, but he was here for a second. So.
Yeah, well, screw Jake if he thinks that's not the best race of the season.
Oh,
We're literally battling all race.
Twin, I haven't even taken the photo yet. I just realized. If you could rejoin.
Oh yeah, because I switched internet.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll tell Portia to get the photo. Sorry, I was a little preoccupied with interview.
There.
All right.
Oh, nothing's loaded. There we go.
Okay. Let's get this photo real quickly. Is there anything you just want to say about today's race?
No, honestly. Definitely looking forward to Formula Micro. I won't be here for what is the schedule again?
It's the same like as usual schedule.
Oh no, Saturday's earlier than I thought. Okay, 'cause I'm gonna be visiting my cousins on Saturday in the afternoon, but GT literally finishes right before I leave. I'm hoping that race goes quickly though, but yeah.
It's gonna be shorter than average, so yeah.
Okay. Hoping it's not like too long.
Well,
but,
there's another person who wants the GTA race to be done quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I don't know. I'll make sure it's finished quickly, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right,
I'll
R15.
probably,
If you
I'll probably
show
be
to
in
practice
all
that,
races.
show to practice in that or talk to me. All right.
Yeah, that's about it. See ya.
Let's see how Twin cooks things up. I got the photo. We're gonna now talk to second place finisher Garam FX2. A very solid race. Oh, he's not here. Yes. All right, that was a good finish between her, them and I. But in the meanwhile, we're gonna look at Air spawning in a yard sale of cars, Super GT cars, it seems. So Aris Netta, things looked pretty down for a lot of that race for you till the last caution. So overall, a bit of a sweep last minute. What do you have to say about the race today? What was going on?
It's certainly interesting. And also, you say that it was looking quite down at the start. Isn't that how it always is with me?
Is it?
Because I only managed to find my footing a little bit before my battle with R15 finished, because I think he messed up. I found a really good line through the hairpin. A really good line through the hairpin that I was able to use, because I was running extremely inconsistently all through that, trying to find a decent line, and I found a good shifting pattern that I will not leak because I'm gonna gatekeep this shit. It's not even that good, I just want to be evil. I found a really good shifting pattern that actually worked for the hairpin compared to what I was doing, which was almost full sending it through the left-hander and then completely fucking up my entry to the hairpin, which was obviously not working. So I found the setup that worked. I managed to use it a lot. I wish I would have been able to make a little bit more gap before the caution to really make it worthwhile, but the caution definitely did sit down. Like, if it wasn't for the caution happening, I would have finished behind Shib.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Because he was like 20 seconds away, 20 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah.
And like, it's saved by the yellow, I guess. People need to do that more often, but only when I'm not in the top positions. Something about it. Fun race, really fun battle with R15, especially around the start. It was super fun. Really entertaining. I loved it a lot. Quite possibly one of my better battles of my drowning era. At least in the ROX mods. I don't know what else to say really. Still not a huge fan of Goteborg, the road course. I still find a little bit annoying to drive at times, but I guess stuff like this can make it interesting and worthwhile.
Don't think there's been exactly a bad race here in a while. That's one thing I could be
I mean,
said.
it's just that I don't like it a lot.
Yeah,
It's
no,
kind of
I
like
get it. Yeah,
difficult for me to,
yeah.
especially my biggest choke point for sure. It is either the last turn because I keep going wide after the hairpin to try to some attempt at holding speed when that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Or it's the turn into the banking, because that one I have not been able to make sense of ever.
I don't think anyone can, to be honest. That's a very
It's
technical
still like
corner.
my hardest spot here to do. Yeah, and also I forgot to mention I spun at one point.
Yeah.
You didn't catch it. But because I don't remember who you were looking at, but you're looking at someone. I spun, but I managed to recover it. Like, it was one of those half spins where you're gonna just spin around and it just throws you out the right way around. So I just kept going. It was interesting to say the least. It was on the straightaway before the left turn into the hairpin. I grazed the wall a bit more than I should have, and it just spun me around. Looking forward to mitts, because the things that I'm gonna have to do to tackle the slow turns for mitts are gonna be very interesting, for sure. Because those cars obviously have a lot less power, but they're also a shit ton more lighter.
I don't even remember. Did we even host a race with the mid cars here last year?
Yeah, we did. No, actually, no, I don't think last year.
And the year before it was like a really tiny one.
I
I think it was like 4
remember
cars.
one of them for sure was because I remember we did have a race because I had to run it over at my grandmother's house. I'm pretty sure it was for mid season 1.
Hmm.
Because I remember Kika was there.
Yeah, probably was.
That was like the only race she ever participated.
Lakeside. Lakeside.
Yeah, well, Lakeside. Dude, you gotta bring Lakeside back.
Alright.
Oh, okay, now when I say something you don't like, you just say, alright.
Alright.
Like, I'm just saying, you need to bring the Halifax back, dude.
These are good tracks, but they do need to be reworked for sure.
Shut up.
Man. Alright. Another thing I also want to say, real quickly. Superstar race.
Oh, right, that.
Yeah, that's coming up. 100% you're going to be on it. I mean, at least on the listing if you take it, so.
Yeah, I'll try to show up.
Alright.
Jack Pro's most likely gonna find some way to show up. He's gonna AliExpress himself a computer to his dorm or wherever
he actually
it is
showed
he's
up
staying.
today and,
Oh, really? So he has a stable computer and shit. Alright.
Yeah, he's in Indiana now.
Ew.
Yeah.
Where is he? Like, what city?
I forgot the city. He's like in Purdue University.
Speedway, Indiana.
Yeah, so he's in Indiana doing university, so. Yeah.
He is Indian. Right.
Gonna figure out a way to win. I didn't realize we would be mentioning Jack Pro on this stream, but, you know, I'll take it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's because whenever you mention a big money race, he always has to come up one way or another.
He is the guy, yeah, that's true.
He's the guy who just, like, he sees a payout that's not the same as the normal payout, and he's instantly like,
I'm going. I'm winning. And he wins.
Is that targeted at me?
No. Anyways,
without fail.
All right.
I'll try to show. If there's anything conflicting, I'll be very sad.
Okay. Well, thank you there, Eris. I'm gonna try to move through. I really appreciate you guys for your patience. It's been like 10 minutes, I think.
My bad.
That was several things. That was mostly Twins Internet.
My
So we're gonna be
bad.
talking to R15 here. So R15, I know you've been holding off for a while. Thank you for your patience, and I like that you're like that Nissan you're in.
Thank you. I
It's-
brought this.
yeah. So it's been a bit of a mix-up today. Mostly a race in the top 5 throughout the day. But you and Eris are going at it for quite a bit, so what can you tell me about that little battle between you and her?
It was difficult. Like one wrong mistake, it was just wraps. I'm not sure what was happening during the first hairpin to get off, but anything but that, I was holding her off at a reasonably amount of time. But yeah, I don't got nothing much to say.
Alright. You look up to future races. I know you just especially interested in racing the Super Indies, which, given your performance today, I think you might be about fit to race in it. If you want to work that out with me, just let me know. Alright?
Yeah.
Alright. So let's see. Who is behind that? I think it's going to be Racer. Then we'll talk to Jason and Speedy. Alright, so Racer, in the battle in the back between you, Jason, and Emilio. So, a bit of a
I
mix
think
up.
Jason finished ahead of me. I
Uh,
finished 8th.
Yeah, Jason beat Emilio actually to the line, so he drove a pretty darn good race.
Um,
So,
it was a disappointment for me.
Hmm?
I hold like during lap 15, I got 6, and I hold it for like I don't know 10 laps. Then coming out of the last corner, I like smacked the wall and I spun it out and I kept it going. Then I got passed and anything. It was a bummer, but yeah. This is like my maybe 4th race in this league. I've never failed to DNF. No, I've never failed to not DNF. Each race I've done in this league, I've not DNF'd, surprisingly.
it's a pretty good
But-
streak to have.
Yeah, I need to make a car. Yeah, it was a fun race. Almost got a penalty. Yeah, it was very fun. Again, like before this race started, I did that Fox body race. I sucked at that.
Well, it didn't
I
have much
suck.
practice, so, you know, that doesn't exactly
No,
help.
I only got like 10 minutes of practice.
Yeah,
and-
I don't even think.
And boy, oh boy, I almost got black flagged.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to
Dude.
take over the hosting of that. That was,
Football was like, Racer, join up this league. Like, join up, like, your league. I'm like, okay. So I joined it, because why not? Listen,
Yeah.
I did that race. Then came here. Did decent. Yeah. It was a good battle with R15 and Jason. Pretty fast guys. Well,
Mhm.
to me. I'm just waiting until I get a next gen Xbox. So I don't lag.
yeah.
Do I lag bad?
No, you looked alright. You looked
Yeah.
alright.
This is like my maybe third race in the modifieds here.
I think you did one in Francia Quarta, but yeah.
Yeah, I did those little
Uh,
go-kart things. I don't know what they're called.
Formula Micros. But yeah.
Yeah, one more cross. I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Okay. Well, hopefully things will get better for you throughout the weekend. Of course, there's a lot of more races to go. Is there anything else you want to say?
Everyone did good. I feel like that race was gonna have no yellows. But yeah. Again, everyone was fast. It's a very fast track if you know it. Just I gotta learn more. I'm just a rookie, so in this league. That's it.
All right. Well, thank you there, Emadiel. Hopefully some better races will come up for you in the future. And I also want to say
Amigo, what?
first,
I'm Racer.
fuck Racer. Sorry,
I'm getting replaced.
you're getting replaced. Nah, sorry, I'm all jumbled up. Look, man, it's just how I am after the ROTS mods. Speaking of mix-ups, we have Jason here who actually finished P6. Firstly, I want to say I'm sorry for not getting to you sooner. I genuinely appreciate your patience. So, Jason here, finishing in P6, a very solid finish overall. Got ahead of the two other cars on his lap, and got it right at the end. So that was a pretty good thing to watch. I actually quite enjoyed that. So, thank you for that performance today, Jason. Is there anything you can say about it?
First of all, someone said a Mickey win. Bubble for them to say like Mickey Mouse freshman of Chase Elliott. But yeah, I got past with the other two drivers. The last driver I got past, he was right. He got into the wall and spun out for the last second and got past on that and got into sixth place.
All right. So it was a bit of. So what was going on?
Keep,
To okay.
keep that in mind for next week. I may be able to be there for the All-Star race or qualifying on the. Wait, is it going to be on the 31st or the 30th?
So the heats are going to be on the Friday. They're going to be at the normal times, basically. And then Saturday would be the actual race. It'll be on the times of GTI, basically. It'll be at 12 p.m.
Oh, let me check. I don't even know what time is the Sonic Rider tournament going to be on the 31st? I need to check the announcement. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Where is it again? Oh. It might be. I don't know what time is it going to be on the 30th and the 31st.
Yeah.
Next week. But if that time, like roughly around 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time.
It might just be worth to show up to the heat race just to see what you can do.
Well, I don't want to miss the Sonic Rider tournament.
Oh, yeah, of course. If that's in the way, I understand.
But there will be next year.
Yeah. And there's, of course, the Turkana Grand Prix, so that's the other big event I expect Jack Pro to show up in. Alright.
But if JD not here on Sunday, then you can turn off the view.
Okay.
But
Right.
if JD is here on the Indy, then you can leave it. But it's your choice anyways, and I'm on Ash Boss.
Alright.
Yeah. Same track on Sunday, but basically on tomorrow game show going on, so I'm probably not gonna make it for midget and GTI.
Alright. Is there anything else you want to see?
I would want to thank the Vault sponsor and everyone from the SLC, Robo, and the weather staff who were working hard to get the schedule and the template and everything else up and running on March all the way to the present day. Since we only have this month, September, October, November, December. So the rest of this year, then it's going to be over again. From March all the way to December.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you, Jason, for showing up today. Hope things go well, with whatever you're having around, and see you whenever you can. So thank you there, Jason. We're gonna move
Yeah,
on to your team.
don't worry, I will be here on the Sunday.
Good to know. Let's see. So Speedy at SR1, again, I got to commend you for your patience. I know that's been a very frustrating race. Your team's got a top 6, so a pretty good performance for them, but a little bit short end today. Now, of course, there's a lot more races left in the weekend. I think you're only here for the ROX mods. Your competition might be racing to get into the Superstar race. We'll see if that's possible. Again, even if you don't make the, even if you didn't make the original 2 qualifying positions in the Superstar race, if people from the original don't make it, then you get to slide in a couple spots. So we'll see. But again, pretty rough race. I also know there's the RA race we had yesterday, or it was yesterday, yeah. A little bit frustrating also, but you still finished it overall, and that was nice. But how about today with the ROX mod? So what happened? What was the car? I know you were having a lot of lag issues. Was it something related to that? Speedy, you there? Hey, Speedy man.
This fucking disappointment. Fucking abysmal. I just hate this fucking track. Every time we go to it, it's always fucking me that is the first one to cause a caution, or probably the first one to be DNF'd.
Speedy, yeah. If you press Alt and Enter, your frame should relatively be a little bit better.
I really wish I need some more money. I need some more money. I need to get a new computer now. I'm getting tired of this already. Heavily tired.
When you do tend to shine, you can shine pretty good. I've seen a couple of good races out of you. Hell, you beat me one time. I remember that. I'm a home track auto club. Son of a bitch. So.
Yeah, it kind of seems like I have a lot of pace. But it's just I keep having like this massive like slowdown effect with just the lag. It just debugs my speed, and I'm really getting tired of it.
Yeah. Well, all right then.
Well, Speedy. Sorry.
Is there anything else you want to say about the stuff going on today, or just in general?
I would say this. I had a good chance of doing good in this race. It was just abysmal.
Alright.
And I don't know what the Superstar event is supposed to be. What is it, dirt?
No, it's gonna be asphalt. It's the ROX mod race where, like, pretty much if you start it, you make some money.
What track?
Arcadia.
Yeah, the one we did do testing on.
The open air track. Pretty simple.
Okay.
So.
What?
Arcadia.
On the open asphalt.
Yeah, on the half
I
mile.
thought you said dirt for a second there.
No, I mean, that's planned for next year if we could get a good dirt setup, but that's not confirmed, to clarify.
Well, I'll try to see if I can get some Robux. That'll at least make me a bit happy.
Alright. Well, Speedy, thank you for coming to today's race. Hopefully things can turn around. Of course, the next points race is going to be Ekaterinburg. That's going to be in 2 weekends.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're racing that shit.
Then we go to Hawaii.
Oh my
Then we go to
God.
Then we go to Northwest Ohio. Then we go to Windridge. And then we go to the showdown, Milwaukee Speed at Turtle. And Utah Motorsports Campus. Then Track Homes.
Not as again as terrible.
Phoenix.
Terrible. Each and every fucking track
Saugus
is terrible
Speedway.
except for Utah in like
OAM.
Milwaukee.
OAM.
Wait, what is OEM?
Eris, can you say it? Because I don't want...
Am
What
I
is
getting
OEM?
yes or no?
OAM. The OEM
What is
track.
OEM?
Óvalo Aguascalientes, México.
Thank you.
Oh, is that one Mexican oval we right?
Yeah. As?
Great. The dead end of the schedule was stuck with stupidness.
And then we
And
go to
stupidity.
Taruma, and then we go to AIC. That's the rest of the schedule.
Wow, the last two races are actually good tracks. And the only other tracks that I can look forward to is Utah and Milwaukee.
All right.
Great. Oh my
Um,
god, this is more pain than I've felt in my life.
I'm
ever
going to
before.
close my stream up, but thank you there, Speedy. It's a frustrating race for Speedy there, but we're going to close off the stream. But before we do that, for those straggling around, let me explain to you guys what's going to close off for the races. So I'll explain the general schedule for these. So, of course, it's going to be the last points race for a couple of weeks. We are going to have a lot of action next week with the ROX mods, with the Superstar race. That is going to be basically the SLC equivalent of the All-Star race. We did run that last year. That was a pretty good event. I liked it, actually. It was quite entertaining. We're going to have, I believe, 10 or 12 starters. I forgot what the format was last year. But it's going to be pretty exciting, I hope. Might be one of those races where Jack Pro comes in and wins again. That's a format I'll explain later. But basically, we got 2 heats and a main. And then the next time we have a points race will be the weekend after that with the last European track. That's going to be Yekaterinburg, quite literally on the border of Europe and Asia. So that's going to be fun. However, more importantly, let's talk about the weekend. So tomorrow, or well, depending on your time zone, could be later today, at 10 a.m. U.S. Pacific Standard Time, we are going to be racing the mid cars for I believe, a 15-lap feature. But let me check my schedule real quickly before I go out. I think it's 15 laps. Checking the schedule. 15 laps here. Should be pretty good. It's going to be a pretty short race once again with the mids cars. They have not really ran a big race here before, but we do know that they do race pretty well. Should be a hell of a show to watch the mids cars going around this track. At 12 p.m. US PST, we're going to be racing the GT International cars for a 50-lap feature. That's going to be the last event of Saturday. With the GTI cars, that's of course GT3s, mids cars beyond us. Sunday at 12 p.m. U.S. Pacific Standard Time, we'll be doing Formula Micro for a 20-lap feature, the feeder series to the 2 p.m. Super Indy feature, closing feature of the weekend of 60 laps around the road course. Now, if you guys were there to see the Sunday race on the oval around Goteborg, it was a hell of a show, and I can't wait to be there again. Hopefully, things will go better this time. I ended up getting second, I think, out of that deal. That's pretty good. Twin ended up winning, so... Twin's probably going to stand a pretty good shot at it. So, that being said, greatly appreciate you guys watching. That's going to close it for today. Again, see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.